Hello guys, welcome back to another prediction video. This time we have Joe Manchin as the 2024 nominee against former President Donald Trump. So lately, Manchin's been talking about and considering running for president. I don't think he would win the Democratic primary. I think there's no way he would win. Only way he gets the nomination is if it's like a contested convention and somehow he gets enough delegates in order for him to somehow win. But that's highly unlikely. So let's get right into this video. Okay, so the first few states we'll focus on. I guess we'll do Nebraska second in the first district. First district definitely go to likely, while Manchin would easily win Nebraska second. He's a lot more of a more moderate type of Democrat, and they like that up there. In Maine at large, it's just safe blue, and also he would win Maine second. Jared Golden is quite a similar Democrat to Manchin. Golden's a lot more left-leaning than Manchin, though. So Manchin would probably easily win Maine second. I think he'd have really strong rural appeal, and that would help him out in a state like Minnesota. He would do well in Colorado. It's just becoming a lot more progressive. New Mexico, he would win over those independent voters there quite easily. West Virginia's still safe Republican. I really don't think it would budge from that. I think maybe the margin would go down to only a Trump like plus 15 victory or 10-point victory, something like that. It wouldn't go down to likely. But the likely states, so Montana I could see going below 10, Kansas and South Carolina. I think him being a more conservative Democrat would definitely help him out in these more red states that are more conservative leaning. In Florida, he would still lose it, but he would get the margin down to lean instead of likely, which it typically is at. Texas as well, I think, would still be lean Republican, even with a more conservative Democrat on the ballot. I think he would get hurt in the urban areas, too, in Texas, which is why he wouldn't win the state, and I think that would honestly hurt him in a few places, lower urban turnout, because, again, he wouldn't be as exciting of a candidate for more left-leaning people to vote for. So it would more be that they're voting against Trump that would inspire them to vote, but there'll be urban turnout that would drop off a bit. Alaska is one of those states I could see be very competitive in a Manchin versus Trump head-to-head, but Trump still wins the state by about 4 points. It's a very rural state. New Hampshire I could see as a likely state. Michigan, would it be likely against Trump? I'm going to put it as lead because, again, urban voters might be a bit turned off by Manchin because he isn't as progressive as other Democrats are. But I still think he would win the state against Donald Trump. He would just win over those independent voters, and he's just so centrist that he would definitely get them against Trump. Same with Pennsylvania as well. In Virginia, he's from West Virginia, so I think he would do extremely well in the state of Virginia, probably winning it by like 12 against Trump. Arizona, it's one of those states I see actually going to likely for Joe Manchin. I think he'd do extremely well here with independent voters and definitely do it really well with McCain Republicans. Nevada, he would probably win by about 3 just due to independence alone. And we're just down to a few more states, and Manchin has just won the presidency. But these remaining states, I think he would do well in Georgia, just with those more moderate voters. They like a more moderate type of Democrat. Wisconsin, again, just with independent voters, even though he might lose some populists, I still think he would win the state against Trump due to Trump's very low favorability among independents. And we're just down to 3 more states. Ohio, it'd still go Republican, because again, Trump wouldn't lose out on all those Republican voters. And Iowa, it's a tough one. Manchin's rural appeal would be extremely strong here, and I think he would honestly edge out a narrow victory against Trump. Even though he isn't sort of a populist, I just think that rural appeal would be enough for him to win in Iowa. In North Carolina, with the turnoff and or just a little bit of a drop in urban voting, I think that's why Trump would still narrowly win North Carolina against Trump. Plus, with African American voters, I don't think they'd be so enthusiastic about voting for Joe Manchin either, so turnout among them would drop a bit, even though Manchin does better with independents in the state than Biden would. But that's my election prediction. It was Manchin versus Trump in 2024, and I'll see you guys in the next one.